sure you can hear me as I drop right here on through the virtual airwaves. Just see how the style will just play. It's almost 4:30, gotta get it in before I have to get my little son. He's at preschool just playing right now, probably acting the fool because he does that. He's a little mischievous, and I love that. It's my little man growing up, 3 years old. I told you how we do, man, we gotta get bold. Told him how to be bold, get him smart and wisdom inside his abode. As we roll, don't lick them toes, get off them poison frogs. Here we go again, it's just been a long time since I've dropped rhymes from the back of my mind to find what's inside these lines. I'm just rhyming, having a good time warming up. You're rocking with your man Deluxe, what's up? Making people move their butts. And sometimes we gotta confront the powers that be. Spitting it to make sure we get free. That'd be that liberation, that'd be the tip I'm on. Singing these improvised songs. What's good, what's good, what's good? Alright. What's good, folks? Rocking with me now or rocking with me later? What's going on? Desmond Span here. And I thought I would just get some freestyle practice in every day as I get ready for the Rhyme Masters community launch. If you are watching this now, say what's up in the chat. Let me know where you're at so we can get down. Gonna probably be on here about another 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes or so. I want to introduce a new technique for practicing freestyles. I also want to talk about the Rhyme Masters crew community a little bit. And let's see, what else was there? And just kind of whatever else comes up about the craft. Just finished a lesson with a homie from Australia, Mr. Balance Jordan. And I'm feeling good. So, again, if you're watching this, let me know where you're at. Let me know in the chat. And let's get to it. Before I get into the freestyle stuff, let me talk about this, the Rhyme Masters crew community. So, it is a real MC community. That's right. It's all about giving us a place for us to develop our skills on the mic as well as develop our sense of self, who we are, connecting MCs from around the globe to be able to work on the craft, talk shop, as well as support each other as we continue this lifelong journey that is MCing. And that's another big piece for me, is that MCing for me is a way of life. You know, life tried to get in the way. Daily responsibilities tried to get me to stop flowing, but I realized that my whole mental outlook on the world started to kind of go down as I left the pen and the pad behind. So I had to get back to it. I had to do it just for myself. So, and if you're like me, you recognize that, yes, it is fun. It's a good time. It can get you some admiration in a career. But if you're like me, even without the career, without the admiration, you still need this as an outlet to maintain your sanity in this crazy, crazy world that we're living in. So as it gets crazier now. So that's what the RMCC is all about. And talking about, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about some features, but I feel like rapping some more. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we've done this. Yesterday I did a freestyle with just a random word generator. That is a common practice. What's up, Professor? It's good to see you. Did it with the random word generator, which is a common practice, right? Just Google random word generator, and you will see, you know, plenty of things online. You click the button and it gives you a random word. But I thought, well, what might be really interesting is to try the idea of, instead of a random word, what about a random question? And I want to see how that works. So it's been something that I've had in my head as a theory, but I'm trying it out live for the first time with you right now. So it may be great, it may be awesome, or it may be, you know, meh. Either way, we learned something, and that's what this channel is all about. Adventures in freestyling. So If you have questions just for anything that I'm doing or just anything relating to emceeing a rap, just type it in the chat. Otherwise, glad you're here, and let's do a few rounds. So, all right, let me hop to a different beat. Today I'm playing some beats by the homie Nomadic Odyssey, or Agni of Nomadic Odyssey. So check them out, nomody.com, nomody.com. Dope music, dope vibes, very creative crew out of the Cali, I guess Southern Cali area, mid Cali area, I'm not sure, but out of California. Anyway, let's get into it. Uh-oh, I'm not hearing the music. Why am I not hearing the music? There it is. There's the beat. All right, so I'm going to do random questions and see what comes up. This might be awesome. It might be meh. Let's get into it. All right, has the invention of the atomic bomb made the world a more peaceful place? All right, here we go. I guess my answer is no to that, because you know how it is. People got that intact. They got the ability to blow up. They got the ability to act like show enough, like they got the power all in the command. But I guess on the other hand, if we all got that same blasting power, nobody's really trying to pop off. So you know what? I guess maybe it's not the wrong way of thinking to think that peace can come with just a balance of aggression, a balance of power, a balance to learn these lessons. Anyway, I'm clicking the next button, the next question. If you had to break one world record in order to receive $1 million, what would that record be you try to break? That's kind of easy for me. There's really no debate. It would be me being on this microphone for 24 hours straight. But I don't know how I even go, how to set that up. So I probably got to get on Google and do some research to see if I can keep on going, to keep spitting as the Earth makes another orbit around the sun. I guess that's spitting for a whole year. But I don't know if I have that much capacity in my body to be freestyling to every day. I know there's some dude on Twitch who's freestyled for like 400 plus days in a row, and I have to give much respect to that, bro. Anyway, let's go. Next question. I'm blessing. It is, what do you want to be your epitaph to be? What do you want your epitaph to be? Maybe something legendary, like to go quick, you go alone. To go farther, you go with the crew. And guess that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe my epitaph is really, I'm just trying to help dude, just trying to make a positive impact, not trying to cause any harm with anything that I redact. And at the same time, I'm trying to just be human and manifest a rhyme as I manifest my own grind, trying to clean through my own grind, trying to open up and shine. There's a lot of trying when I'm answering these questions, because I passed the trials and tribulations with no guessing. Now, what do you consider to be your best find? My own mind, my own sense of sublime awe, especially in the place when they try to make you all shaky and nervous so you can buy that solution. You see what I'm coming on, man. There's no confusion. I'm a conscious MC, especially when I'm freestyling, especially when I'm having a good time smiling, ducking racial profiling. All right, that was cool. That was fun. All right, pause that for a second. For those who are watching, appreciate you watching. So the idea here was taking random questions and freestyling with that. Just kind of reflecting on the experience real quick. What I would say is that I could find that with the going with questions, like I'm generating like whole concepts in my head to be able to answer, and I have more to say than with the random word. With the random word, especially with my technique that I use a lot, is like I struggle with like holding a word, especially if I'm in a zone and I'm just open up and being creative. I struggle with like holding a word in my head to be able to like build a punchline to it, right? So if the random word is like air, I'm instantly generating an idea based off of air, and that makes me a little less punchliney when I'm freestyling with the random word, because it's just, I'm going to take the word and incorporate it immediately. With the question, because I'm literally have to think of an answer to the question, there's more context there for me to tap into. So I kind of like that. I think it also could be challenging because there's more context to tap into. Like, what do you hope never changes? That's the question I'm looking at right now. And I like just me overthinking the question right now. It's hard for me to come up with an answer. But in the moment of freestyling, where it's like, all right, the beat's coming, I'm going to answer this. I got to come up with something. So whatever pops in my head is going to be the answer to the question, and then I use the rest of, that freestyle moment to kind of make it make sense to me, make it true to me. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me see. Professor X, I might make a song going back and forth asking questions like this. Yeah, there you go. That would be kind of dope. I'm like J. Joe because, gee, I'm dope. Haha. Love that line. Nice. Grumpy cat in the building. Appreciate that. Yeah. So this other idea that came from questions too is because, like, in just songwriting in general or just conversation, like, ultimately we're answering questions even if no one's actually posing a direct question, right? So it would be an interesting exercise to go to like some of the rap songs that you love and ask yourself, what's the question that the MC is answering, right? You'll hear them drop a line and then think of what's the question they're answering with that line. Your ability to answer these questions in the moment, right, I think makes it more conversational. And I think that adds to your coherence, meaning that like people will be able to understand what you're talking about if you're like answering questions. So what I'm wondering right now is I'm going to do one more freestyle session here. And I think as a practice, I don't know, I'm very, very like, I like to nerd out about this if you haven't noticed. But the idea that like, okay, if I'm answering questions in a freestyle and that makes it more coherent, then how about when I just go to freestyle, like not with no prompts, no random words, just kind of like going for it in the moment. What if I start generating questions in my head instead of trying to generate rhymes? So that's kind of what I'm getting at here. So yeah, so let's do another session. Let's hop in with another beat, and let's go with this one right here. Actually, let's go with this one. All right. So no questions, just a normal freestyle. Let's see what happens.
Well, I can't wait all night, young man.
Watch me back in 2013. I really got it down.
Can you guys keep it down over there? We're just about to get to the good part.
Yeah, I really like that when I see people who watch me from way back, knowing that I'm still here flapping these syntax, trying to get our bars above the tax of blocking, because creativity has come in and it's flocking like the birds fly in the sky. Sometimes you know where you're going, sometimes you're just caught by a side wind, side gaze. I'm on the microphone spitting for new ways. I'm going to Oak trying to see if I got direction without ways. I borrowed that line from QTC, but that's alright. I still know who I be. I be an MC, I'm rocking that destiny. So I'm here to just get us past the fear, to let the freestyle come quite clear. So if you were playing the guitar now, it's still cool. If you still got energy to pass through the YouTubes and the screens, for people to just see that we can be living these dreams without being on these big screens, without chasing the cheddar that they want us to be bringing. And yes, I'm a man with a message when I'm flexing, and I'm trying to make sure I ain't spitting what's destined and not designed for me. Trying to get outside the monopolies, trying to control my own property, making sure I do it that's not sloppy, but it can be went from beat drop. It could be raw though. It could be one that you can get like Geraldo. I don't know what I mean by that, but it still sounded kind of fat, so I let that beat just snap. I let that beat smack. My style is like a kaleidoscope. I try to make it dope. Many pictures that come in kind of quick like a flicker of the flash. Now you get in strobe light. Get that strobe light from deluxe to light. I do this all night for like 365 inside my mind where I don't need oxygen to breathe. I can just be inside the words, spitting the epitome of MC. I be transformed with the energy. I'm not Voltron, but I come together with the unity. You see me as I do it so free, not thinking about questions. I'm just letting the energy be, and that's just me. Hee hee. And I'm laughing like that. I spit these cool facts, and I could start looking in the chat and getting words and ideas, just to let you know that the style is surreal from the mind. As I open up trying to find, it's a good time to let these rhymes combine, like dominoes playing bones. Some slapping dimes. I don't know. I usually end better than that, but that was fun. It's always fun for me, especially when I'm not in my head about it. So that's old school. Man, so interesting. So in that session, I found myself again. I can't. I wish I could like have like a meta screen inside my head where you can kind of see like just the things that like pop in that like trigger the words. But what I can say is that there's a couple times, I think one question I was trying to answer is like, why are we here, or why am I here? And I think that's when I said like, I'm here to, get past fear or stuff like that. But most of that was still like just whatever image or context that kind of came to mind from a word that I put out. That's where I went with next. And then those places where like I was rhyming really close together, it was just like rhyming word, and then just filling in the gaps to have them connect and make as much sense as I can have them make in the moment. But I was still trying to generate questions. So I think I like this approach, random question. I think if you practice with the random question generator, then just like anything else, over time, you'll get good at generating questions internally for yourself. And then that gives you a more of I could think there's a potential that it can give you a more coherent freestyle, because instead of it, you're responding to just the random rhyming words that you're generating. You're actually speaking to answer a question, and that makes it more understandable. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking with that approach. And I like it. I'm going to bring this drill to the Rhyme Masters crew community once we get launched on the 21st. That will be the official launch event. And yeah, I was just talking about this with my coaching client, and really one of the things I'm looking forward to doing with the RMCC, I'll call it for short, but the Rhyme Masters crew community, is the ability to take these crazy ideas that I have in my head and kind of create labs where people can like experiment with them and share their results, see how it affects their ability to write, be more creative, freestyle, verse writing, songwriting, all of that. Because the more we experiment together and share the results from that, the better we can grow as a community, the better our skills will be. And so that's part of it. And one of the things I'm looking forward to doing with the community is just bringing MCs together to really dig into this work. And then as we dig into this work, of course, we end up digging into ourselves a little bit, getting that support that we need to keep moving forward. So that's what the RMCC is about. I'm going to say this now before I wrap up, because I got to get my kid. The Rhyme Masters crew community is a separate network. It's being hosted by Mighty Networks. Once you're a member, you can access it through any browser, and it's also an app. And once you become a member, so like my Freestyle Blueprint course, that classic freestyle guide course is there, along with the rap writing basics, purpose, and some other courses that I've created throughout the years. You have access to that, as well as having access to the other community of MCs. And we have weekly events, weekly ciphers to be able to exchange energy And then we also have weekly collaboration sessions where, especially for those busy folks out there, we're always finding it hard to make time to actually sit down for an hour, a couple hours to do your work. We're going to have that meeting time every week, and you get to do that in community. So it might be writing to a beat together, or just, working for that hour session, 2 hour session, and then having some people to share the work with. So that is the idea. And we'll have monthly themes, daily questions, just things to get us connected to each other, so we can continue on this MC journey, staying creative, developing the community some more, and in this time where community is going to be hard to come by because of quarantine and all that stuff. So anyway, I appreciate you being here. Tomorrow we will be streaming, probably in this time frame, a little late afternoon where I'm at in Portland. But yeah, I'll be here doing my thing. And all right, before I get out of here, one more. Let's see if I got time for. Yeah, I got time for one more. All right, I'm gonna do one more freestyle. And then after that, I will say deuces. So let's get this. And I'm gonna do the questions again, just cause. All right. Fill out the question. Cool. All right. Here we go. Yes. I appreciate that, Grumpy Cat. One more freestyle. All right. So what values are most important to you? Creativity, making sure I can use the pen to defeat these enemies inside that try to keep my voice on the lockdown. Like it's in its own quarantine, but I got my own sound, my own voice. Been doing this a long time because I have no choice. It's how I manifest my mind, how I make sure I can be the diamond that shines, is guiding people to be much better than they were yesterday. Looking back at your life, let's see how it plays. What would you have done that has given you the most satisfaction? I would be freestyling much sooner, especially in high school, because I was just like a dude that roamed around a lot. I moved around a lot, so I did not have a team that always supported the dream. But even then, I see how these teams be. There's no guarantee that you can find a crew that will support who you are and who you truly want to be. So for me, I would have recognized that we all had some fears and that we all got to figure out our own way out. But again, I still have no doubt because I'm on my path and I walk it strong. I take every lesson that I have and I keep going on and on. And what's the next question that's coming up next? What's expensive but totally worth it? An investment in your knowledge, an investment in yourself. And I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about anything that, have you understand what humble's about? I guess I heard Mike Tyson say that you're supposed to be made humble by the world and not the other way around. That's that kind of profound thinking. I don't know what's going on this weekend. Actually, I'm camping, seeing the stars. Maybe I'll catch the meteorites, the dust that shines through the light. That's an interesting insight tonight. All right. I'm out, y'all. I appreciate you. Until next time, it's not about perfection.